Starting tomorrow, Long Islanders can satisfy their weed needs at the island's first brick-and-mortar recreational dispensary. You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us this Friday evening. I'm Ken Bufa. The shop is the first of its kind on the island, but won't be the last. Newsday was allowed into Strain Stars ahead of tomorrow's opening. The 3,500 square foot store on Route 110 carries marijuana edibles, smoking paraphernalia, and other products. So far, nearly 40 businesses have gotten licenses to open pot shops on the island. Now, as Newsday has reported, many of the people with those licenses say zoning laws are making it tough for them to find locations where they can set up shop. A renewed call for justice for three brothers who were murdered decades ago. The Albanian-American brothers accidentally crossed into Serbian territory back in 1999, following the end of a war in the region. Their bodies were later found in a mass grave.
Justice is long overdue. My family will not rest until everyone responsible for my brother's murder is successfully prosecuted.
The Petici brothers were born in Chicago but later moved to Long Island. Congressman Nick LaLota is introducing a new resolution calling for those who murdered the brothers to be held accountable. And dozens of drones are coming to Long Island beaches to help monitor sharks. Governor Kathy Hochul says the state will spend $1 million on 42 new drones for both Long Island and New York City. There have been 5 shark bites this week alone, quickly catching up to the 8 recorded last summer. Check this out. You're looking at a map of the South Shore beaches where the bites happened. The DEC is urging swimmers to be aware of their surroundings when they go into the water. And 2 teenagers were rescued from the Long Island Sound off Cutchogue. Fire officials say that 16-year-olds were stranded more than 2 miles offshore. We're told the teens were swimming last night after their boat became disabled, and that's when the current pulled them away from shore. First responders say the teens were exhausted when they were rescued. And only in Newsday, there's a new team of lifesavers hitting the sand and surf at Jones Beach. Steve Langford reports.
Jones Beach Lifeguard Corps, nearly a century proud, has a new team of rugged recruits.
1, down, 2, down.
These youngsters learn quickly that lifeguarding is about so much more than fun in the sun.
It's very cool and it's very exciting, but it's definitely a lot to think about and a lot to prepare for.
2 most common things: diving in and striking your head on the bottom.
The training exhausting, the esprit de corps contagious.
Being on the beach, obviously, it's awesome, great place to be. But the job that we're doing is super serious, and it takes like a lot of effort, and you always have to be on your toes, paying attention.
2 of the veteran lifeguards here have just written a new book called Lifeguarding for Dummies. 300 pages of just about everything you could imagine about being a lifeguard. Everything from the Baywatch effect to blowing the whistle on bad behavior to dealing with moms. Don't mess with Mama Bear, it says here. And finally, a section on the possibility that a lifeguard may encounter death. It is proving to be a challenge finding lifeguard recruits these days.
We could make do with what we have, but more numbers definitely could help us.
But Captain of Training Ed Costigan, who's been here at Jones Beach for half a century now, says more recruits would turn out if they just knew the sense of pride and accomplishment of being a lifeguard.
If they saw the thrill and the rush of it, what it is to save somebody's life, there's nothing like it.
Pull up a chair, but be prepared for what veteran lifeguards call the best job you will ever have. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
Now, to read more about the Jones Beach lifeguard recruits, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And a new report is predicting an above-average hurricane season. Researchers at Colorado State University are now calling for 18 named storms, 9 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. The report said the warming of the waters in the Atlantic is the primary cause for the high numbers. All right, it's time now to take a look at your Long Island weather. You can see tonight we have cloudy skies with temps in the 70s, and tomorrow we have some clouds with temps in the 80s. Taking a closer look at tomorrow, you can see mostly cloudy skies with temps, again, right around the high 70s and low 80s.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can. Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Making chocolate on the East End. Erica Marcus takes us to Riverhead in today's Feed Me TV.
I was meditating one night in the wintertime, and I put it out to the universe, what should I do in the winter? And the message I got back was chocolate.
Stephen Amaral, chef partner at North Fork Chocolate Company, makes his chocolate with beans he gets from Sri Lanka.
What we like about these beans are all the same size, and when we roast them, they roast evenly.
Next, the beans are ground, and then the shells are winnowed out, so you're left with just the nibs.
So this is completely unsweetened chocolate. It's
Right.
on anything, but this is like the building block of chocolate.
Punching is a process that continuously mixes and kneads the chocolate, smoothing it out and developing the flavor.
So this thing is going when you're home sleeping.
Yeah.
After 48 hours, the sugar is added into the conching machine, and over the next 24 hours, the sugar and chocolate become one. After it's conched, the chocolate is poured into shallow plastic tubs and is allowed to harden. At North Fork Chocolate, the tempering is done by Alana Visser. To temper chocolate, you manipulate it while cooling it down. This emulsifies the two components, cocoa solids and cocoa butter, so they don't separate. It also gives chocolate its characteristic smoothness, snap, and shine. Now that it's tempered, the chocolate is ready to be used. Alana employs a pastry bag to pipe just the right amount into the molds for the bars. Then they go into a fridge to firm up. Most of the truffles and bonbons are made with fine Belgian chocolate, and the homemade chocolate is used for the bars, where its distinctive profile can be best appreciated.
That's the best flavor. Chocolate.
In Riverhead, this is Erica Marcus for Newsday TV.
Now, for more on North Fork Chocolate, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. There's a new location for a popular Long Island jewelry store. Elisa DeStefano has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
They've been in business for almost 100 years. Now Kravitz Jewelers has a brand new home. Let's go check it out. Wow, you bring the bling. Look at this place.
Oh, thank you. This used to be a bank, and I used to come here as a kid, and who knew, all these years later, this would be now my new home.
The Oceanside Boutique is owned by siblings Bennett and Idane Kay, passed down through generations.
I think I spoke diamonds before I spoke English, and it all started with my grandfather and then my father. Bennett and I didn't plan on coming into the business. It was just the way fate happens. 30 years later, here we go. We are best friends, brother and sister.
I don't know where to look first. What's the most special piece that you have in here?
It is so easy. My father sold this necklace. It was the first necklace to the first client that walked into his Oceanside store. And then when she passed, her son framed it with this really special note to Bennett. And to me, that warms my heart.
Yeah. The shop is decked with diamonds, including some of the most rare.
Here we have a natural pink diamond, which are incredibly rare.
That necklace,
That
I've never
necklace
seen
is-
so much sparkle.
This designer butterfly ring.
Ooh, do I get to try it on?
Oh my goodness. You can even take it home and fly away with it.
I might. Wow. Oh, it flutters.
There's just one more ring I want you to try on. This might be my all-time favorite. This is a 12-karat emerald cut diamonds.
It's stuck. They not only sell engagement rings and wedding bands, but make the experience extra special.
So this is our private diamond salon where we have exclusivity and privacy for those that want to get engaged.
Oh, this is why.
A lot of couples get nervous, so being tucked away is always best. Besides having diamonds that are in the millions, we have jewelry for everyday wear. We have gold tooth, sterling silver. Everyone could come in. There's something for everyone.
There's a Rolex room.
We're authorized dealers for over 25 years, and that in itself is special.
Idane also sells her own collection and custom pieces. The new store also has an outdoor event space.
I want everyone to have an experience.
And she says the key to having a family business that has stood the test of time,
being honest, having trust, and to truly love what you do. I love the emotional side of jewelry, and I think I connected to all my clients. Jewelry is symbolic of love, and it's also family connection.
For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano. I could get used.
That is a lot of bling. Now, to read more about the jewelers, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Boofer. Thank you so much for joining us. We leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.